A beautiful night in Wisconsin and the setting for a League One volleyball matchup between visiting Nebraska and home hosts Madison. Looking inside Alliant Energy Center, I'm Anne-Marie Anderson alongside four-time national champion setter Salima Rockwell. We are down to the final stretch of the regular season with just 7 matches remaining, and playoff positioning is starting to take shape as teams jockey for position. Nebraska arrives with momentum. Winners of 2 straight, while Madison has taken 2 of its last 3 and looks to keep building at home. Late season volleyball playoff implications. Here's the standings. Salima, what's at stake?
Well, it's interesting when you look at the standings. At stake is really who's going to make it into that top 4. What is going to be that last team in? And right now, Nebraska is about a half a game out from making it into that position. So it's going to be crucial for them to have a good match tonight, to beat Madison, to get into that top 4. This is a big match for them. And of course, this is led on the Nebraska squad by none other than the governor, Jordan Larson, one of the top players in the world. And this is someone that can absolutely lead their team to a win tonight. It's not just how she plays the game, it's how she leads her team, the impact that she has surrounding the players around her. Jordan Larson, one of the best players in the world for a reason. And it's going to be a fun match to watch her do her thing tonight.
Larson, of course, a 4-time Olympic medalist for the United States. She has announced her retirement at the end of this season. She's got 30 days to be great, she said. Check out the numbers of these last 3 matches. Meanwhile, on the other side, her Olympic teammate Lauren Carlini running the offense for Madison. They had an 8-match skid earlier in the season. It was turned around by a very important win.
Our game against Nebraska, I think that was a really important one for us to win and kind of change the course of this season and the trajectory. And it did feel like we won a national championship, just that like monkey off of our backs and just feeling like, okay, we can let that weight go now and we can just go and we can play hard and have fun.
Well, let's take a look at our starting lineups presented by Adidas. And for Madison surrounding Lauren Carlini, we've got the same lineup that you've seen in there for quite some time. And the middles are going to be important with Rebecca Alec and Callie Scwharzenbach. And last time they played Nebraska, it was Temi Thomas Alara and Mitrovic with big numbers on the outside. They're going to need to do that again to try and get the win tonight.
Meanwhile, our starting lineup presented by Adidas for Nebraska's side. Who do you have your eye on here?
Well, it's interesting. The outsides were very good last time, of course, Jordan Larson, but you're also looking at the middles. They've got excellent middles in Herrera and Fader. So if they're passing well, they can get that offense going quickly out of the middle and to the pins as well.
Now look, Salima, I know you've been a coach. You're a coach currently at Notre Dame. So take us through our Chase Scouting Report presented by you, Coach.
Well, you know, it's a fun one because you look at, we talked about the governor. We got to support the governor. When you're out there on the court, who else is going to be able to score at high numbers, double digits to get the win tonight? And of course, on the Madison side, they've got to set the middles. They've been passing well enough to be able to do it. It's something that Coach Furberger has talked about extensively. So money in the middle for Madison tonight.
And for Madison, you talked about Temi Thomas Alara as we are watching this lineup. There is Thomas Alara, who played for both Wisconsin and Northwestern. With Mitrovic and the other one in the pins, what do they bring power-wise to this team that allows those middles to be run?
Well, and I think that's the difference. They're so physical and they hit the ball so high and deep into the area of the court that I think that's what helps the Madison team really just get their offense going. When they're scoring, then they can fire it in the middle. They can hold the middle blockers on the other side of the net and then get one-on-ones on the outside.
And you know what else helps them? Their defense. Lauren Carlini is actually League One volleyball's Defensive Player of the Week this week for what she brings.
Well, what she brings is her vision, her balance on the court, and her control. I mean, she is one of the best defensive players in this league and one of the best setting defenders in the world. You will not see a right back defender quite like Lauren Carlini.
Taking a look at some of Carlini's numbers. The big thing is, you know, you see the 29 digs. It's not just that she digs, it's where she digs the ball.
Yeah, she digs the ball high enough so they can still get a swing. That's what you want. She controls it in the middle of the court. And of course, these numbers are huge. 29 digs, 154 over the course, second best in the league. And that's pretty significant.
And it's really significant. Of course, those who've been following the league know that Anna Pagani, the libero for Madison, is out due to season-ending injury. So the fact that Carlini is able to dig it and get it into the hands of her libero, Jillian Grimes, today will be big time. Meanwhile, setting and serving for Nebraska as we're underway is Laura Dykema. Outside, Temi Thomas-Ailara, first touch, pancaked up. Nope, it was on the ground.
And we'll watch how Ailara really extends her range, different shots she's been working on, not just hitting that heavy ball, but really moving it around.
There's a lot of international stars in this league, including this athlete, three-time Olympian Gongsheng Yu out of China with the serve. There's Gongsheng Yu's swing. Dykema goes back, another international star, and that's Kimberly Drevniak out of Germany.
Drevniak so dangerous on the right side of the court, that left arm, very difficult to defend, and she's got every shot in the book. We'll watch her move it all around the court. Keep an eye on her today.
There she is, the governor herself, Jordan Larson, first serve, pushing Jillian Grimes back. Annie Cesar with the start at libero. No touch as they go for high hands.
Well, that's going to be an important swing, especially with a big block on the other side of the net. Lauren Carlini, a big setting blocker, and Scwharzenbach also very, very physical.
Temi Thomas-Ailara, a big threat out of the back court as well for Madison. So while she is serving now, look for her offensively as well. Mitrovic, blast through the block.
Mitrovic, one of the best at just a little step close. She's very good in transition at seeing the block, understanding how to hit around it and through it as well.
Thomas-Ailara will serve again. Plenty of heat handled. Drevniak, lefty on the left side. Are you kidding me? Beautifully done. Unable to be controlled completely, but wow, Thomas-Ailara.
Well, and I love all of this. His entire play, it was a back bump set on the other side of the net, just flinging it back there for Drevniak to go up and go get.
Pass is solid. Thomas-Ailara from the backcourt just over rotates. Nope. Does she get it? She does.
She did indeed. You talked about this just a little bit earlier, get her going out of the back row. They got stuck in a couple of these two-hitter rotations when she wasn't taking as many swings earlier on in the season. It's been big for them as of late.
Callie Scwharzenbach, 6'5" middle blocker, serving, puts the ball on Jordan Larson outside. Kaboom, Anna Bausch.
And that perfect pass opens up that offense because the middle blockers have to hold. We're going to talk about that a lot, and they run it pretty fast to the outside, so it's very difficult for the middle blockers to close.
Drevniak's serve causes problems. Free ball. Everybody almost touched it and then said, wait, you know what? We're way west here.
That's a sideline. Let's not do that.
Drevniak is serving again. Kimberly Drevniak, when she was first told she was going to Nebraska, she said, I didn't know anything about it. First thing she did was go to a University of Nebraska volleyball game and said, oh, I get it. It's special here.
It's very special in the United States, but certainly at the University of Nebraska.
It's kind of quiet in here, Madison. I need to hear
She said the biggest challenge she had in year one last year for her was knowing where to stop when she was driving. She goes, in Germany, we stop right under the light. Here you stop at that line. That's tricky. Sends that ball deep. It's interesting to hear what all the international players love. She also said Costco, amazing.
Yes.
Eye-opening experience.
I agree, and I'm from here. I'll go to all the Costcos for all the samples.
Lauren Carlini down the line, goes at Bausch. Bausch, 6'3". There's an example of Carlini's defense we were showing you about. Not just dug, but dug to her libero to be able to set that ball.
When she's in the right position, she digs that ball with her hands, that ball that's chopped down the line. And here's that high out-of-system ball going high inside the block.
Carlini again with Madison in a 1-point lead. Beautiful pass right to where it's needed. Over-rotated out. That's Emily Thader out of Missouri, number 2 in green.
Thader, very effective on that slide attack. That is her bread and butter, and I like that they ran that play on that perfect pass. I'm thinking you get off Larson in here and not serve her so much.
They do again, got a little bit of a difficult pass. Tight ball. Outside Bausch, big swing. What a beautiful set by Carlini. Masterful both sides. Gong Shang Yu sent back by Thader and Bausch.
Well, Nebraska hanging in there, and Thader doing a very nice job seeing the play, recovering, and just getting her hands to shape back into the court. She wasn't fully over. Sometimes you just shape it in there, and it still gets a point.
And a Bausch out of the Netherlands. Keeping the ball on Thomas Ilara. Big stretch from Rebecca Alec to reach that as they get the middle started. Talk to me, Coach.
Oh, Coach is not happy right now. I mean, that's a ball that you know is going to be tipped. And the hard part is the off blocker and right back. That communication has to be key. Who is going to actually pick up that ball? There's a defensive strategy on that, and they have to know who's in charge.
There's feeding the middle too wide. So there's step one. You talked about Madison needing to feed the middle. Check.
Yeah.
Step two, not too wide.
No, now they got to get it in the court. I like it. And you can see Alex a little frustrated with herself. Hit that ball, tried, the block took the other angle away. She turned that thumb down, and then she cut that ball out of bounds.
Everyone knows where it's going. It'll be a triple block. Looking for high hands. How difficult is that to hit high hands from that far off?
It's very difficult to actually try to find those hands when you're chasing that ball coming over your head. It's hard to see the block in that position.
Alec takes that pass as she goes across. We'll take it. Mitrovic to the back third of the court.
And again, Mitrovic, very effective player. She's been playing better and better over these last few matches, and again had a huge match against Nebraska the last time with 19 kills. We'll see if she has another match like that.
Trouble play, everybody knows it's going to Larson. Again, watch the dig by Carlini. She brings it back to her libero to dig the ball.
And it's very intentional. A lot of coaches talk about, hey, we've got to be mindful with our touches. We've got to be mindful with our everything that we're doing touch-wise.
No good. Mitrovic trying to make the Canadian national team, bring them back to the Olympics for the first time since 1996. That's the goal. Service pressure, too long.
When you see a lot of serves going deep, hard, flat, you're going to see a few of those misses when you try to take some chances and keep the ball from being a perfect pass.
Alex serve gives it right back. What's that do to you as a coach when you see them miss their serve, you miss your serve, and then you miss your serve again?
You know, you try to just take a breath and think about something else.
I don't know about that. I watched you coach.
You got to move on.
You pace.
Yes, you do.
Dykema serving. Nebraska looking to push this first break. At 12 points, we will take a break. Dykema goes outside to Larson. Hammers away, and Nebraska reaches 12. That'll be the first break of this match between Nebraska and Madison. As even as we would expect it to be, and League One Volleyball is brought to you by the official loungewear, intimates, and sleepwear partner of League One Volleyball, Skims.
It's great, and it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very fast.
You got a duck over here, right?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully his reflexes are good.
You got good reflexes? You said that too, I don't know if I believe it. Well, again, I appreciate you guys coming out tonight, taking a trip from Illinois, and hopefully we see Love get a great win tonight. And again, congratulations to you guys for the upgrade, and shout out to our sponsor at Skims, making them feel comfortable and great in these new seats. All right, we said tonight is our spring break night, and you know, you gotta turn up the party when it's spring break. So we about to hit you with the dance cam. When that camera's on you, let me see your best moves. It's time for games in. Let's get it. Don't be shy. Okay, here we go. What's that dance called? Okay, I see y'all. There we go.
Last night was a record night. It was Jordan Thompson going off in the match. Houston over Austin.
Well, she's just playing at a different level right now. I mean, the speed of the ball off of her hand is unreal right now, and how it comes off so fast at every different angle. But what I love is her energy, her fire, and how she's getting her team going right now. Taking it to another level, Jordan Thompson.
I mean, Jordan Thompson is two-time Olympic medalist. Can you imagine being an opposite trying to make the national team and being like, does not look like Jordan Thompson's cooling off.
It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, she's only getting better every single match.
Right out of the break, Nebraska with another point. Gongsheng Yu, who you're looking at now, one of the very few passing opposites in the world, really, as she's passing this ball, meaning she will take the first contact and attack from the right side. Temi Thomas Ailara. So sharp.
Yeah, so good. And that serving strategy, they're trying to serve short and jam some things up on the left side to keep her out of the play. I know they've served Gong in that one position. We'll see if they change that strategy a little bit as the match moves on.
Keeping the ball on Larson, first contact, as they have. Outside again. All hands. Candelaria Herrera on top of it.
And you look at that left hand just shaping back into the court. Here's that move, getting there to the pin, left hand finishing back into the court. One of the best blockers in the league.
Last time these two teams met, when Nebraska and Madison met, it was Herrera just block after block after block.
She's so explosive. She's just so fast pin to pin, and I think that's what makes it difficult to hit past her. You know, and that's one of the serves, a jump serve is one that you can kind of be okay with a missed serve. You know that's going to be a high risk, high reward type serve. Multiple float serves in a row are a little more challenging to handle.
Herrera, originally from Argentina, puts this ball down the line, catches Scwharzenbach, and that takes her out of the play, knowing that they will have to set to the outside.
And when it takes her out of the play, that allows the blockers to really get closed on the outside, even though Mitrovic still was able to score. Even though it didn't help at all. Yes.
Scwharzenbach's serve is an ace. Bausch looks at her arms. You have betrayed me.
Sometimes they do that. Scwharzenbach has very good serve. What makes it so effective is how flat it is, and that is a very difficult ball to pass over your left shoulder into that corner.
Do you go with the same player again on the serve?
I would. Exact same thing. Not there.
Looks like she was going in that direction. Shut down Rebecca Alec. Pretty fired up on that one, remembering it's her first year as a pro. She just finished playing collegiately for the University of Nebraska.
Well, and it's been so fun listening to her teammates talk about her and how fired up she is, how excited she is about being one of the best players and just a great competitor.
Carlini through traffic, sets up Mitrovic yet again.
she finds space like nobody else. You know, the block seems to be there, and she'll find a little bit down the line, a little bit through the block. Very, very effective. What are we doing?
No proper warm-up. Scwharzenbach. A Jakester probably. Passing for Nebraska has not allowed them to run their middles very much. Oh, speaking of middles, there's Madison getting them going. Trying a little tenderness this time is Andrea Mitrovic.
Beautifully placed shot. She has been unloading on the ball, hitting it pretty quick, and you see the left front attacker back on defense super deep. That's why this ball is able to score over top of the block. Bausch too deep to play that tip over the top.
Ball long opens the door for Nebraska and ends that run for Madison. Left-handed Drevniak serving. Note that both setters are front court. Don't think they won't call their number. They will.
Oh, absolutely they will. Nice play on that slide attack. Rebecca Alec able to get that. Just sneak it underneath the block. But this is where Laura Carlini is very effective. She knows where to find her hitters. She understands that she has to set the middles a little bit more.
Pass is good, back, that's smooth going, and what is it? Thader turns around, gives a thumbs up to her bench.
Love
her coaches. Oh, that's cute.
So good. That's that slide we talked about, and that's the angle. Someone talked to her about where she could hit that ball, and she gave them credit immediately.
Looked like a tango there for a second. They're going back to the middle again, sent back by Thader, but you're really seeing how Carlini is trusting Alec.
Which I like, but Thader reading it well, staying home, not waiting, not taking off on an off pass. She understands that they need to set the middle more as well.
Down again and over. Cesar, first touch. Carlini in the right spot, but little too much heat.
That's an excellent play, coming in fast and hot out of the back row. Carlini's laughing a little bit about it. Here comes Bausch, coming in hot. She's right there.
Grimes underneath it, set up well by Alec. Dykema chooses outside to Jordan Larson. Gong Shengyu has been quiet for a bit. She'll put it away as directed.
Very nice play in transition. A couple of big digs on the side of Madison. Temi Thomas-Alara controls this one, and Carlini, this is her money set. She loves running forward and flinging that ball back. Gong's ready for it, cuts that ball inside the block.
Drevniak, powerful.
They are just working the back row right now, and they've got tons of weapons. They're passing well. It's very difficult. You've got a slide. You've got the governor on the outside, Drevniak and Bausch out of the back row. So very effective offense right now.
You got Temi Thomas-Alara out of the front court as an option. They go back to Gong Shengyu, tries a different pace. Jordan Larson, big block in front of her. Alec and Gong Shengyu.
Alec with a little pangs her chest a little bit on that one. I mean, you love to get one of the best players in the world coming in as hard as she can.
She had the good sense to turn around.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I'm not doing it facing her.
Nope.
That's for sure.
Nope. I mean, especially having gone to Nebraska where Larson is a legend. Substitution for Madison, Claire Chassé. There's another great Carlini dig. How about that set? You do not see that every day. Larson to set her setter, Kimberly Drevniak.
So good. Now she's just messing around. I got 30 days left. I'm going to do what I want.
Tick tock, tick tock.
This isn't what it looks like in normal volleyball. I don't care.
Running offense.
Love it.
You can see Grimes there motioning to Gong Shengyu. You come over here because it looks like Grimes is going to maybe scoot over a little bit, try to make it a little easier. They still find Mitrovic. I love that.
It's
The middle is getting a lot of attention on Madison's side.
It's really nice. They're passing well enough, and Scwharzenbach didn't have to hit it hard, just high and snap over the top of the block. The defense in a little shallow, as they should be, and she could beat them deep.
Back to Drevniak. Slowed down and then lost in the air.
It's been interesting. Madison is still working that short serving game. They're trying to take out some players, but it hasn't been as effective, I think, as they would like it to be so far. They're able to side out almost exclusively every time.
Both teams very low error as far as attacks go. Only 2 attack errors each side. Here's Drevniak again. There's a long way for Scwharzenbach to go to close that block.
It's hard, it's long, it's far. She's able to see it and just get that arm going fast down the line off the edge of the block.
A couple of consecutive points by Nebraska. Perfect pass by Gongsheng Yu. It's going to Temi Thomas-Ilara. Everybody knows it. Bausch sent back by Scwharzenbach.
That is a huge play. A really good rally, perfect pass, got that slide going. I mean, this is high-level volleyball. I love that block. They're able to stay in this match, not let it get away from them.
Temi Thomas-Ilara serving, and they love to set her from that backcourt. Keep an eye on her. Dykema goes back to Drevniak yet again. Doug. Free ball. All options available. Herrera spread out a bit. Drevniak, ripper.
They have been counting on her, and you'll just see her go off more and more. And again, it's her range that makes it so difficult. You take cross court, then she hits line. You take line, and she hits that hard angle.
Set point, Nebraska. You asked who was going to be the person to help out Jordan Larson. Well, it has been Kimberly Drevniak, and now we see Jaylee Winters in, serving for the set. Grimes, first contact. Chasing Jordan Larson, gonna be 40 years old this October, says, all right, I'll go for the run. Doug, still up. Larson down, you and I both are laughing at it. It was a great run.
It was a great run. Keeping the ball alive, but Madison hanging in there, staying with the play. I mean, they could still win this set. A 2-point game, a couple of tough serves, and getting Nebraska off the net is going to be there to their advantage.
They have to be perfect, though. This is Nebraska set point number 2. First contact again, Jordan Larson. Drevniak, too sharp.
That's what you're talking about. You never know what's going to happen, but this is the block. Took away the line. A really nice block move. Both blockers there, and she tried to go hard angle.
Locked at 24s. A little bit of a stutter step. Drevniak again, big block, puts it down. It'll be Nebraska set point number 3.
Nebraska staying with the play, staying in the coverage. I think that's the biggest thing when you're controlling those small plays, the small ball that's so important that people forget about, so you can come away with a big swing at the end.
Front court setter, both sides. Before anybody gets too excited, was it an ace? Was it long? The up officials having a moment. And he is saying it is down. It was an ace. Set and point to Nebraska. No contest. No challenge from Madison.
What a set. I mean, this is a good opening set. You talked about low error game.
Was it going to be a challenge? It was not, and it was an extra point. Here it comes. Look at it again. Straight down. Nebraska takes set number 1 over Madison. confused by no challenge on that.
So we're about to have some spring break fun. I wish I was somewhere warmer right now. You can tell by my outfit. We're about to have a flamingo toss. I got some mad students here.
Great. It was really
They're
odd.
gonna see
Yeah, because he's like out.
Yeah.
Everything in there.
who can get the rings on top of those flamingos first. The first one to do it is going to be my winner. So, Madison, I need to hear you make some noise for him.
Yep.
I'm about to count them down. 3, 2, 1. Toss those rings. This is much harder than it looks, people.
I don't know who I'm gonna ask.
We got a winner. Uh-oh. We got our winner. Wait a minute. Where you at? Where you guys at? Congratulations. You guys are my winners. Thanks for playing along. Let's go on a trip somewhere. Let's go. Somewhere warm with me.
All comes down to send it back blocks, and Nebraska won it defending the net.
Well, and it's been their middle blockers really closing the block from left and right. Both Fader and Herrera taking care of things at the net, led that set in blocks over Madison, and that was a big part of the win.
We've seen some pretty messy sets throughout league, as well as some crisp ones. Where does this fit into your spectrum?
Well, I think as far as clean volleyball, it's really, really clean. That's
looks
what I'd
great,
like to
right?
see. Yeah, I'd like to see how they're playing, how they're blocking, how they're attacking, not just wailing balls out of bounds. That's been really, really nice to see. High level.
It was very low error in terms of attacking for both teams. Only 5 combined attack errors between the two.
Another block for Herrera on that play. Again, just getting the hands there, and young blockers take a look at what they're doing, just shaping their arms back, sometimes not even hitting their hands, forearms back into the court.
Cesar gets underneath it in a piece. Bausch takes a look, just doing a push through. Cesar Drevniak block sets up inside.
Smart tip in the middle of the court. That ball that's right at the 3-meter line in the middle of the court is very difficult for and left back to decide who's going to pick up that ball. That's got to be Grimes every time. She's got to just go.
Larson serve. Just living your life right.
And that's it. Yeah. A little trickler off the tape. Chasing down some volleyballs. Eating some runzas. Why not?
There's Carlini, so waiting for it was Laura Dykema. Temi Thomas Ilara wants this ball through the backcourt, but it goes to Mitrovic instead.
Love it. I just absolutely love how Mitrovic is playing this game. I mean, she's hitting on top and high and flat and through the block right now, just kind of staying steady for her team. Furberger has done a nice job of getting his team ready and in good playing position here.
Cesar, beautiful pass to set that up through the middle.
That's a tough one, getting off of that deep serve, getting your body in position to pass that ball perfectly.
Carolina Herrera serving. Notice Rebecca Alec running across the front of the court, getting ready for this attack exactly. More from Mitrovic. Bausch off the block and out, waiting to use the hands against him.
Very nice play. The block was there. Wanted to shape it back in the court, but seeing the hands, Bausch hits it high and hard, looking for it to go out of bounds. You see the right hand of Carlini. She just turned her hand on it so it would skip out of bounds.
Chased. You feel it up high and slam down.
That's nice. That's a really nice play on a perfect pass, bringing Bausch in a little bit on the inside on that rip or 32 play that loses the blockers just a little bit, and she can blow past them and hit that ball in the deep corner.
Madison taking a timeout, not the start they wanted to see. What's allowed Nebraska to be off to have such a hot start?
Well, they start off with some tough serving, so Madison has been off the net just a little bit in first ball, so that's forced them to not be able to set the middle, and Nebraska is able to score. They're also controlling the ball really well on their side. So I think it's first contact. Tough serving and passing well, that Nebraska is winning that, which is allowing them to score more effectively. Madison can absolutely come back here, just steady out their passing and do what they've been doing in that first set, allow their middles to get involved a little bit, get Alec going, see if she can have some success here at the net.
Herrera continuing to serve. Well, that's one way to break the run. For Madison, and now that they've got the ball, they've got a chance, what do they need to do in terms of execution here?
Well, first of all, they have to start with a tough serve, get that ball on Bausch, maybe see if they can pull them off the net and get their block going. But a perfect pass here is going to be trouble for them.
Carlini takes a look before strong set. Nebraska scrambling. Note that Larson had Carlini handle the first ball. Out to Mitrovic, block. Sent back yet again. When I say note that Larson had Carlini handle the first ball, why is that important?
Well, it's important so she can't run the middle and ran the full offense. That gets the libero setting the second ball, and everyone knows where the ball's going in that situation. But finishing that play again is Thader with that big block. Madison's going to have to start hitting the edges a little bit more.
Madison is challenging. We'll wait for more information in terms of what they are challenging.
Madison is challenging net fault in the middle of the rally.
So the challenge is a net fault in the middle of the rally. It's a little bit tougher, takes a little more time to find that.
So they'll dial it back. The ref will keep taking a look at it, and they want to get this right, so they'll spin it back as far as they can go. It looked like Furbringer was telling him exactly what position he was talking about, so we'll see how quickly they can resolve it.
Last year, Madison, after kind of a rough start in the first half of the season, got on a roll and managed to have a really nice end to their season. We've talked about it and heard from Lauren Carlini talking about how big that Nebraska win is. What does it take to get that kind of momentum going? No net fault there.
He may have thought, and sometimes when the net's still bouncing, well, that wouldn't have been the play because that was Alec.
And that was his player too, yeah.
So that wasn't quite there. But it takes a lot to get things going again, but that's what professionals do. They stay in it. See if we see a net violation here, up or down, maybe on the turn. Certainly not on the block. Maybe when they come down and turn and go.
What do we think, Madison? Which way is it going?
Great movement. So again, chasing through it.
Again, going back to how difficult it is to kind of turn it around and right that ship. It is difficult, but that's what makes them professionals. They have to stay in it.
What is going on? You're going to be 40 in October. 40 knees are the new 25, or what's happening? But she just said, I loved her answer to us, I have 30 days to be great.
Yeah. As
if the 4 Olympic medals and everything else that she has. Yeah.
It's so cool, but that's what makes her so great. Well, maybe we'll see a net violation here. Anything? Nothing? Elbows? Elbow down? No, I don't think so.
Well, then we go back to it would have to be conclusive evidence in order to turn it around. I know something. That's what that
I don't know. All right.
Challenge was unsuccessful. Drevniak serving. Gong Cheng-Yu off, brought back. Nope, by Dredniak.
I've been really impressed with Temi Thomas-Ailara. She's been handling the ball well in there, passing. They're serving her, and it may not be a perfect pass, but it's just off the net where she can still run her offense.
I've been impressed by Temi Thomas-Ailara because she was an outside, she was an opposite,
Yep.
then she was back to outside again. And one of those players that does everything that's asked of you. Beautifully put. Thader making him take it down with him.
Ball was set a little bit tight. You saw Thader go with both hands to just push it off the edge of the block.
There's a perfect pass from Temi Thomas-Ailara to set up that play. It started with Temi.
It did, and another excellent pass. But right now, you've seen every single ball that Gong has scored on has been in that hard angle. They're going to have to start taking that away, see if she forced her to hit that ball down the line a little bit more, so she can't score that shot.
That's a great observation to keep an eye on for the rest of the way. Meanwhile, Thader, how do you kind of slow her? She's having lots of success on that slide.
Well, she's also hit the ball down the line. The last few shots, the one where she turned around and pointed at the bench was the one she hit cross court. So I think it's a little cat and mouse right now. They're taking line, taking cross, so you got to just take one, maybe show one, and then drop to the other. That's what I would do. Take line and then drop hard in the angle.
Thader serve. Missed set. Gong Cheng-Yu just keeping it in control. Carlini back again to Gong. Over the top. Veteran play.
Very smart. They did take a lot more of her angle away, so she was able to tip that ball down the line over top of the block.
Gong has been in and out of the lineup due to a bad back, and when she is in, it just makes things so smooth for the team. Why?
She's just steady. You know, I think Carlini said it once. She's an outside, stuck in an opposite position or something to that effect. She's just very, very good. She can pass. She ball controls well. She's smart, and she just makes everything calm.
Of course, she's a three-time Olympian, a 2016 Olympic gold medalist. Likes the ball fast.
Love that.
Speaking of fast, Herrera behind the setter.
Love that play by Dykema, almost on her knees, knows that Herrera is still going right behind her. Drops down, fast set. I love that play. More of that, please.
Carlini again to Temi Thomas-Ailara. I feel like when we watch her, we're seeing somebody still on the rise in her career, better every week.
Without question, expanding her game even more and more, and you can see the confidence in her swing and how she approaches the game. You can see it grow and grow every single match.
Hitting 444 today. And heat on the serve, Temi Thomas-Ailara.
That's a tough one when you're expecting it to come super deep. You saw Herrera just get in the way of it, just drops in short. And those are the ones you don't want to reach back and pass. Let the person behind you go get it, and she knows it right away.
Last year with Annie Drews, on the team, Temi Thomas-Ailara was not getting a lot of minutes.
Right.
And now this year, seeing her move from the opposite back over to the outside and doing what she's done has been really amazing.
And they've needed her to score. They needed that big hammer on the left side. That's been something they were looking for, and they needed it out of her. And so she just keeps working on it and getting better. It's been great seeing that change.
And there she is again, set not necessarily what she needed. Carlini, another great dig by the setter Carlini to come in and set that up.
Picking it up, going underneath the block, recognizing exactly where that ball is going. Carlini controlling it so they can score. And it's that swing, that arm, that's just hard to read on the outside and block.
Kind of a bullet pass to a bullet train. Nebraska with the point will send us into our first break of set number 2. Nebraska leading 12-9. This after winning set number 1 by 2.
whole protocol to a T. I mean, his mind is somewhere else. This is sexy and he knows it. So it's time for Fit Check Cam. Let's see what your feelings like tonight and see if you played along. You're on Man TV. Don't be shy. Nice shirt. You guys are on Man TV. It's Fit Check. You guys definitely got some spring break shirts on. You tell me about how many shirts?
For the call, the replay said it was in, so they.
Okay, I like the hoodie. It ain't quite spring break, but it's dope. Appreciate everybody participating in Fit Check presented by Magni Dope.
All right, fans, please join us in showing some love to the best sports performance team in the league. Let's hear it for Claire and Brian. We love and appreciate all you do.
Lauren Carlini has 5 digs so far in this match, but it's not just that she has digs, it's the way she digs the ball.
Well, and she controls the ball. That's what makes the difference between a good defender and a great defender. She sees the ball coming, she understands, reads the hitter's arms, and look at this ball, goes perfectly so left back can actually play the ball. Intentional with that dig. I'm digging this ball high in the middle of the court so my libero can set the ball to get a kill on the outside. Again, we talk about what a great defender she is, but it's how she controls the ball too. I love this.
Look at these two
What
Olympic
do they say?
teammates. There's smiles, but boy, there's competition.
It's on the line, they know it.
Carolina Herrera serving. Nebraska with a 3-point lead. They are leading 1-0. Nope. Sent back.
That was a perfectly placed block by Bausch. She lined up exactly where Aylara was hitting that ball. That's an excellent move, another huge block for Nebraska.
Pass is good. Great tempo outside. Read by Bausch. Larson to Gongsheng Yu for that first ball. Great cover by Grimes. A lot to digest all at once, and it ends up in a net violation against Madison.
When you see as the game evolves, defensive positions change a little bit. Off blockers come in for the tips. Now things that were falling earlier aren't going to fall as they continue to scout how they're playing the game. So that's what you're seeing, this evolution of the match right now.
Herrera had a nice service run earlier to start this match. Remember, it was a 6-1 start. There she is again on the service line, having plenty of success. All right, that's when you just want to kill your middle blocker for it. Because, I mean, when the server causes an overpass, I always want to give the server a point. But when your middle misses that overpass, it's like, dude, can we have a conversation?
Take points away from ourselves.
I'd like to talk with you about something in the middle. You have one job.
Can I challenge ourselves?
Yeah,
please?
exactly.
Oh, that's tough.
Kimberly Revion serving.
Pretty low error match all the way around, looking at the service errors. Just good, clean volleyball brought in. Notice Cesar's outside hand bringing that in. The left hand bringing it back to the center of the court. Carlini now. Another great dig. Carlini putting it up for Grimes. It's those little things and the big block.
That's the difference right now. Nebraska's ending plays. They're both playing well, covering, keeping things alive. But you talked about the low error, but it's the inability to score. Like, they have to be able to finish those plays, but it's the block in Nebraska that's not allowing them to do so right now.
Madison made a substitution and brought in Bia Correa, number 27 in teal, another middle.
And anytime you see that ball go long, I believe that toss looks a little bit behind Drevnian. She has to keep it in front of her, stay on top of it to rip it. If it's a little bit behind her, it gets away from her.
More substitutions in as you see Marina Hayden serving. Indecision, Correa first touch. They give it back to Correa. Welcome to the match, Bia.
And Bia knows, she knows how to score. She's got so much experience. She's been playing pro forever. Saw the open space around the block to score just right over the top.
Another international star out of Brazil. Oh, what a rip. That was filthy by Bausch down the line.
You could hear it come off her hand fast. Carlini's there. She gets back down the line quickly to dig that ball, but they were unable to come up with it through the net. Unloaded.
Going back to Bia again, ball never going over.
Point for Nebraska.
I'll take a look at that big rip down the line. And there's the dig. Oh, man. See how high she was? Just above the net.
And Carlini lined up with her helmet on.
Taking it.
That's a conversation changer from Temi Thomas-Ailara.
Mixing it up on the outside. She just keeps taking a little bit off of it inside the block. The middle's getting a little bit frustrated on that left hand. They've got to drop a little bit more on her.
Bia to Larson causes problems. It'll be outside to Larson over the top. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know how she does it. That she made that look very easy. It looked like anybody could get it, but she's got kryptonite around it.
She makes everything look very easy. It's just a little touch, a little kiss of the ball. Drops right in front of you.
Getting it away on that largest lead. It'll be back down to 5.
See if Madison can get something going here. Got to get some momentum. That's for sure. And it starts from the service line. Got to get Nebraska off the net. They don't have huge pins on the left. They need that speed on a perfect pass. There it is.
I mean, that was short court, half court.
Yes, indeed. That's my game right now. The team wants me to play. That's all I got. A little short court. Scwharzenbach taking care of that ball at the net.
Calling the signals. So what do the signals mean?
Well, they're calling some blocking schemes right now. Carlini's taking probably some angle there on the outside, and Scwharzenbach is telling you where she's going. I'm either releasing to the outside, hanging out in the middle on a perfect pass. They know their own signs.
Back to Scwharzenbach, getting that back third of the court. Point Madison, as the lead that was 6 is now 3.
Just a few plays, that's it. Finishing long rallies, controlling that ball in the middle of the play so they can score. That's the difference. That was a total different play than we've seen the last few points here for Madison in transition.
Larson outside, sent back, great cover. Second, third effort.
That's it. Finish the play. These are the ones that Nebraska has been winning. These long rallies, little bang bang plays where they've been able to take care of it. But this is right now a nice cover, keeping it alive. I think Nebraska's in control here, but no, it's Scwharzenbach. She's in control.
4 consecutive points is enough for Susie Fritz to call a timeout for her Nebraska team. What did Madison execute well during that run?
Well, no, I think the biggest thing, they controlled the ball a little bit better, and they served better as well. A couple of those short serves to zone 2 got Nebraska off the net, and that caused some of that confusion in those bang-bang plays there in the middle of the rallies. But they're finishing rallies. That's the difference right now. Got to end plays.
Taking a look at the top scorers tonight, we thought it might be Mitrovic, and you asked the question, who was going to help out Larson? It's been Kimberly Drevniak.
And the difference, you look at 9 to 8 kills, doesn't seem significant, but you look at the hitting percentage, that is huge. That means Drevniak's getting more kills on less swings, keeping the ball in play, not getting blocked, and not just keeping the ball just in rallies right now.
And there she goes again. Drevniak unloads again.
And that is fast. That is far in front of the 3-meter line. Watch where she lands, almost completely at the net when she's done. An impossible angle to dig.
Good timeout for Susie Fritzen coming in to get that ball back. Dykema underneath. Drevniak again slowed. Herrera going to be in the air. Drevniak a third time, and the third time is the charm.
She is just slicing and dicing, chopping it up like a hibachi master in the restaurant, just making it happen.
I was going to make you finish that metaphor. I was like, I am not stepping in. She's going to have to, like a what? Ace serve to follow.
And that's the thing about Nebraska. They've been able to run a couple of points together, but stay calm when they lose a couple of points in a row. Driving that serve, that's been a big difference maker for them again in this set.
Through the middle, what a brilliant choice, right? Not going back to Drevniak, instead going the other way.
Absolutely. That forces the block. There's only one person available on that play to block that ball, and there's no chance they're going to get her.
4-0 run since the timeout for Nebraska. Marina Hayden in the serve receive now for Madison. And they go at her. Herrera up and down. It'll be a free ball. Drevniak behind, you betcha. All day, every day.
And when they're in system on a free ball, it's so fast. Sometimes maybe you get a hand on it, slow it down with a block. But when it's that fast to Drevniak and her arm, there's no chance you're going to dig that ball.
Kimberly Drevniak in this second set has been amazing. It is set point Nebraska. And it'll end with that block. Drevniak, 5 kills in that second set alone.
Huge set for her. Of course, she's just getting it done. She has been the added offense that they've needed.
No errors either for Drevniak as she had a big swing. Nebraska ending it on a 5-0 run. McQueen, Jordan Larson having a match. It's her last time playing in Madison. The fans there are going to miss her.
Okay.
Is that handle?
All right, Coliseum, check this out. I'm over here trying to convince the fans to let me join. I could at least play triangle or something. But I need you to make some noise. Let's show some love for the UW Alumni Band.
No, that's not what I want. No. Let's try this one. Is this one I got?
Pretzel's really good.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
I was going to save that for Austin.
Oh, you should. Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
I did already.
Because I don't have to worry about getting chocolate on my teeth.
No, that's true. Okay, so what do we got going on here? All right, so it's 2 hours. Is this going to be a sweep?
No,
Sweep-o?
never is.
Okay, so 2.
For giving us that heads up. Welcome back. Nebraska leading in this match 2-0, and it is the final time that the governor, Jordan Larson, will be playing in Madison. The fans here are paying homage.
It's for that little girl that I had dreams of being where I am, and to actually see it come to fruition, like, it's so surreal. It's been so fun. How can I mentor now the next generation of what I've learned and what I wish I would have learned faster?
Her ability to impact a whole sport on the greater level, on the international level, is really something incredible.
She's just a badass too, and so she could really rile you up and just remind you of, like, if you want to go get it, you have to go take it.
Kill by Jordan Larson. What a moment.
For me, especially now, having the impact that she had for Team USA, I think that made it possible to be able to bring professional volleyball to the United States. And so to give all of us that opportunity right now, she has a big impact on that.
I hope that every interaction that someone has had with me, that they've felt that I've tried to leave it better than I found it.
You are such an amazing woman. You have such a big heart, and you have inspired me just to be a better person. It's been so much fun playing against you this season, and I wish you the best in retirement.
Jordan, I hope you have the best retirement ever, and wishing you best of luck. Love you.
Incredible tribute to Jordan Larson. I mean, one of the best players to have ever played the game, and it's sad. You know, none of us want to see her go. I'm hoping this is a balk and she comes back. And
she's going to be 40 in October. She gets to retire.
Oh.
I'm going to move us on
Sure.
tonight's Moments of Confidence feature presented by Skims. Kimberly Drevniak making us say her name tonight.
Well, she's gotten it done just from every single angle on the court. And I tell you, she has improved so much last season to this season. She had some injuries towards the end, and now playing at an extremely high level for her team, moving that ball around, and someone that they can count on consistently.
You're talking about Jordan Larson moving on. Jordan's got a home now. She's had Kimberly Drevniak and the team over several times. She's got her dog win. She said, I finally settled into a life here after all these years playing overseas and then having this amazing league in the United States is where she will end her professional career.
It's pretty amazing.
Set 3. Now they're winning. That's what Madison was saying.
Yeah, got them right where we want them. So see if Madison can get something going. Obviously, they have to win this set here. We all know that, but like just finding that energy and that momentum here in this set. That's Hall back there to serve.
Gongsheng Yu, big swing, off hands.
They're taking that angle just a little bit more and not forcing her to hit down the line, but she's still hitting those high, flat hands.
And look at this, Anna Hall only been back for a couple of weeks after having a baby. Working her way back in, of course, nicknamed Stevie, another Olympian.
It's been fun to watch her come back. I was there for her first match back, and she was getting it done, and just glad to see her back on the court.
Yep, after having baby Louis. Do you know why the baby is named Louis?
I don't.
Because she and her husband met at Louisville.
Oh, and that's
Hey, got the little
actually
trivia. Yes, actually. I couldn't make that up.
I mean, you might.
I'm a journalist, for God's sakes. Ball picked up. Pushing it deep to the corner. Gongsheng Yu, crusher down the line.
Wow. I mean, she flew into that ball and was able to catch it as she's flying on that inside foot. Just hammer that ball straight down.
Gongsheng Yu serve, and now going down the line, hits the antenna. You know what play we haven't seen yet is when Carlini hits that deep corner.
Oh, the pineapple? Yeah,
she loves the pineapple in the corner. So
I'm ready for it.
I'm calling it now.
Oh, I like that. It's a good call by you.
She's front court too right now.
So right now. Come on. Send it, put it into the
Will it
universe.
manifesting?
No.
That pass isn't going to make it happen. Well dug. And working off the block is Nebraska.
Very nice tool down the line. Again, you can watch just the angle of the attacker and how she turns and hits that ball so it skips down the line.
Back to be a Correa, dug by Larson. Drevniak again.
I heard line. So they were calling the line shot for her. She's like,
No thanks.
yeah, I'll take your line and raise you one hard angle.
Drevniak having a fantastic match. 13 kills, only 1 attack error for her.
Point for the Madison. Tammy Thomas Ilara serving.
TTA, they call her Tammy Thomas Ilara, behind the service line. Madison in a must-win set situation. Beautiful push. Bia Correa, magic touch, and Vader is saying it's a push, and Bia Correa is correcting her with her hand. Oh, look, I'm not talking with my mouth.
I love this. She wants a call, and Bea's like, I've been doing this for way too long. Don't you tell me that was a lift.
Finger wag.
I've been that is my shot.
Uh-oh, where's Tia Jimerson when you need her with the finger wag?
Who does it better? We need a who does it better.
We do need a who does it better.
For sure. We're on it.
We should get you out there with your antenna-like fingers.
I win. I think they're still talking about it at the net.
She'll decide when she's done. Nobody's going to tell her.
Perfect pass by Larson.
Mitrovic been quieted a little bit, and it is Fader and Drevniak combining.
And that block has been so effective for Nebraska tonight. Controlling the net, really disciplined block. And they're not even able to cover a lot of those balls because they're going straight down.
Strong serve.
Salmoning! That is pretty. You watch setters attack a ball, and sometimes you're like, oh, here it comes. I'm ready for it. Man, not Carlini. Both hands up, sneak attack.
I knew it. The setters will always, right? When one does it, anything you can do, I can do better.
Yep.
We just can't resist it.
I know.
Outside, Mitrovic. Perfectly dug. With power from Bausch.
Nice play again. Now that the setters are have both attacked the ball, you've got a little bit of movement with the block. On a perfect pass, you see a jump with the setter, a jump with the middle, and that gives you that opening to the outside.
Pineapple's still coming, I would bet you.
That's got it.
But they're not giving her the pass to be able to do it.
Nope.
Dykema chooses outside to Larson. Uh-oh. Not away.
Give that point to Tammy Ilara. She is just digging a ton of balls there in the middle back, keeping things alive, making it happen. And this ball was chased down and unable to recover. It's Nebraska.
Madison 2-point lead in the must-win set. Larson. Of course she did.
Point for the Madison.
Larson hit the net on that play. Yeah, she was trying to set that ball over. But a tough serve to start that off. See if she goes to the same area. Yep. That right back area of the court.
Fader has gotten hot.
Well, a lot of times you serve that zone one to keep the setters from flinging that ball behind on that slide attack. to allow this offense to be a little more one-dimensional, but these setters are so good. They can, on the run, doesn't matter, still fling and go against the flow.
Dribble ace as a straight karma ace.
Absolutely. Getting that ball to fall. We'll see if she can do something like that again. She serves it so flat to the net all the time anyway, so it's bound to skip over it at some point.
Thader really exemplified why she wanted to play in Love. She said, look, I was playing over there overseas, and it was like I had two lives. My life there, my life here. And she goes, I decided I wanted to invest in one life. And so when this opportunity came up to play in the United States, she was able to invest in that and has been so happy with her decision.
Well, and it makes sense, and it probably speaks for a lot of these players that have been playing internationally and back and forth and trying to have a home in two different areas. It's very difficult. So it's amazing that Love is here and these players are able to play in the United States. How about that play? A perfect pass, getting it fast out to Larson on the outside.
Dykema serving. And a block coming the other way.
Again, the middle's just getting it done. Herrera closing that block. Madison's got to remember, it's the edges, it's the hands. It's not going back into Herrera and Thader. That's been a problem for them.
Sliding in to dig the ball. It'll be Drevniak going at high hands. Does she get fingers? No.
Maybe they're thinking about it.
I need to hear you make some noise.
I think indeed they're going to take another look at it. Nebraska has challenged her.
Nebraska is challenging block touch.
You saw Drevniak going high and flat, so now they're looking for the fingers of the blockers on the other side of the net, on the Madison side, to see if they moved at all. Oh.
You mean all of those fingers?
There's a few. There's a middle, a ring, and a pinky.
Anna Hall's right hand.
Looks like it.
So, of course, successful challenge for Nebraska. They are 1 point away from forcing the break in this third set. Beautiful serve all the way to that deep corner. Set up that attack. It all started with the serve by Laura Dykema as Nebraska leads 12-10 into the break of set number 3. Skims, the official loungewear, intimates, and sleepwear partner of League One Volleyball. Jordan Larson having so much fun with this team. And for people like Lexi Rodriguez, it's been a dream, right? She played for Nebraska, and now she's playing with Jordan Larson. What a way to go out.
It's been an amazing career, as we've talked about, for Jordan Larson. I mean, she's done it everywhere. Overseas, Olympic medalist. Just one of the most decorated volleyball players in the world.
Well, and as she's going through this season, I mean, everywhere, everybody greeting her. I'm sure it's been like a cyclone for her, like as she is just
without
fan
question.
after fan.
Just
yeah,
rotating around, and absolutely.
Drevniak yet again off the block and out. Wow, the performance that Kimberly Drevniak has had.
Just phenomenal. And again, we can't forget what's at stake here. I mean, it's so important that, they want to get into the playoffs. Madison wants to get into the playoffs, and Nebraska really showing what they have right now and how they can play the game and have many players on the board here that are able to score effectively.
A little game within the game right there. Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini, longtime teammates, going up against each other on that ball.
So good.
Who touched it last? Nebraska on a 6-0 run now. It's really been incredible since before the break. Another terrific dig by Dykema. And again, Governor with a laser.
Look at that little Larson missile. She's got some heat still on that arm. That ball falls inside a little bit, and she gets a really fast approach. That's where she can hit that ball hard inside the block. So she's not just chipping and shotting the ball. She's still got that heat.
I got some great news for you. Yo, Gemini Callie, cut the music.
Now, we've talked about it. I mean, in her last 3 matches, Madison takes a timeout. Look at the smiles. 14, 18, and 18 kills for Larson coming into this match.
I need to hear you. Who wants this?
Taking a look at the work that she's done today. Every kill is a different skill.
Well, and that's the thing about her. She's so crafty with the ball. She sees the block and the defense. She's one of those few players that can actually see both. How quickly she gets on it and knows that she's getting a kill right as soon as she attacks the ball. She knows when it's going to score.
Yeah, and part of our Chase scouting report was you saying, who's going to support her? Who's going to do it? And they have found their answer.
And it really was Kimberly Drevniak with 15 kills, 18 points, has really taken control of the match for Nebraska. And for Madison, wanted them to set the middle. They've been able to get the middle there, but when they're passing well, the passing has cooled off a little bit, and that's why they haven't been able to get it there as much as they would like.
Yeah, and the big runs that they have kind of permitted Nebraska to have. Now there's something that's able to stop it. And of course, it's Nebraska using Indre Sorokai. And that's, again, they can go to their bench, and they did.
She's an experienced player with a lot of heat. Can bang the ball hard and deep into that corner just like you saw. So make a difference when she comes off the bench.
Yeah, another Olympian, 2020 Olympian. She was representing Italy. Herrera, crossbody.
Point for Nebraska. Jordan Larson serving.
Herrera so good at getting up and fast and just getting on that ball quick to beat the block.
And they were getting another look at Indre. Here she goes again. Sorokai. More power from the outside. What is it about Nebraska that they are executing so well today?
Well, defensively, they're scrapping, keeping things alive, and controlling the ball, allowing themselves to get big swings at the end of these rallies. That was that little stretch when Madison was playing well and winning those points. They were able to finish rallies, but for the most part, it's been Nebraska. All in transition, controlling the ball and putting the ball away at the end.
Jordan Larson back to serve. And looking at this, is Nebraska going to be able to pull off a sweep? Sorokai. Drevniak first contact. Dykema says, no problem, right back at you for the kill.
Again, both teams had an opportunity on that weird play that came over by Drevniak, Madison could have found a way to score, get a high swing, but they didn't. And that's been the difference.
Nebraska knocked off Salt Lake in their last match. Salt Lake had been sitting at the top of the standings for many weeks. Won their last 2 matches, and you have to wonder for Nebraska, is this the start of kind of their end of season run, pushing them into that top 4 and playoff contention?
Well, I certainly like how they're playing right now. I mean, they look like they have momentum. They look like they have energy, physical. And there's a nice block by Lauren Carlini, who's trying to get her team going. She knows they can close this gap. She understands the importance of this match. They need 2 matches, to be in contention at all.
And every match they have through the end of this season is against someone who's currently higher in the standings than them. And so many opportunities.
And Drevniak just playing games right now. She's just doing whatever she wants to find the floor. They cannot slow her down.
Jaylee Winters re-enters to serve. Look at this run, a 12-2 run from Nebraska, and it has been everyone contributing, including Winters with a tough serve. Sorakaide. I love that they're going to her so much.
That's great. They need it. They need somebody that has confidence, that can score, that wants the ball, that wants to score. She's still warming up there too. Warming up her hands there a little bit, but I definitely like this sub.
Yeah, they've got so many to work with there. They've had Anna Hall on now. Claire Chatzé goes to the front court. Correa we've talked about.
I like that slide attack. Is in a different position. We normally see this go all the way out to the pin. Obviously, there's 3 attackers right now. So she runs that slide just right on top of Dykema. Nice play to get through the block.
Ball is out of bounds. I thought for a second there that Drevniak was going to add an ace to her tally. She will absolutely attack from the back court. Thader continues, one-arm stab on the dig. Dykema back again, a laser from Thader straight down the line.
I love that. Back-to-back sets to Thader. But the best part is the transition moves by Thader. She's up, she gets back in position, she's ready again to go even faster on that second play.
And the third play.
Why not? Keep setting her. Let it ride. Come on. Just keep giving her the ball. Well, they're controlling it. It started with that serve and that overpass. Again, Madison unable to control the ball well enough to stay in system.
7 kills for Kimberly Thader today. That's a nice number coming out of the middle, too. Indre making big-time swings since being put in. Thader again. That's number 8.
I love it. And I like that Dykema just keeps giving it to her. Why not? I mean, it's working. It's a perfect pass. She's fast. She's moving it around, running different plays. Might as well keep it going. Oh.
Rhyme slides in. Indre, little over-rotate outside, and Nebraska has taken the match in such a smooth and decisive fashion. It's a sweep for Nebraska over Madison.
Nebraska, it was a tight one in that first set, back and forth, and you thought it could definitely go either way, but as it went on, you could feel that Nebraska was just in control pretty much the whole time. No matter what kind of moves Madison was making, Nebraska was just playing well, controlling the ball, and able to finish those long rallies.
And I think the thing that stands out for me is we came into this saying Jordan Larson 18, 18, and 14 in the last several matches. And today you called upon somebody else to have a big match. It was, in fact, Kimberly Drevniak, but also Emily Thader out of the middle. Taking a look at your updated standings, Nebraska chomping right at the bit of moving into that playoff
Right
consideration.
there on the heels, and those last couple of games are going to be so important, and they can do it. The way they are playing right now with so many weapons, you saw Bausch and Drevniak, the middles and how well they were blocking, and combine that with just a really high level of play. If they keep getting better, they can absolutely move into that spot.
What does it say about Laura Dykema, number 14 there, the setter?
Oh, she's so good. I mean, she knows how to get the ball to her hitters, the right hitters. When they're hot, they're hot. When she sets the right people at the right time, just such a talent.
We're heading down the home stretch of the season for League One volleyball, and the action is only going to get hotter. That's now 3 in a row for Nebraska. They are facing Salt Lake next. And then, of course, Atlanta, Houston will be Saturday. Austin and Madison will be Sunday. So big time weekend of action. Look for some shifting. Will this be the weekend where Nebraska moves into that playoff position?
This absolutely could be.
And that'll do it for our evening in Madison. That busy weekend of League One volleyball coming up. We hope you will watch those with us. And my broadcast partner, Salima Rockwell, and our incredible crew, including Director Seth Biley and producer Lori Brooks. I'm Anne-Marie Anderson. Thank you for watching. It's Nebraska with a sweep.